Michael Huff here with linebacker coach Brian Jean-Marie.
There you go.
Can I just call you BJ?
BJ works.
The Jean-Marie, it just sounds too formal.
That sounds way too formal. Sounds like we're getting ready to go to Paris or something like that. So we're going to stick with BJ.
All right, so we're here with BJ. So obviously you're a Florida boy.
Yes, sir.
And I got a lot of Florida friends that always start a lot of arguments. So where's the better speed, Florida speed or Texas speed?
You know, that's an interesting question. You know, I have to go home to see my mom sometimes, but I know I live in the state of Texas. I live in the state of Texas. I still think the Texas speed is probably number one. I love the fact that I think the track programs here and how they intertwine with football, I think that makes the biggest difference. I come here and I look at something like the Texas Relays and watch the high school track, finals when they come here, and I see, the best football players in the state still competing in track, and I think that makes all the world of difference. You don't see that other places, I'm not going to name the state, but you don't see that at the other places that you go recruit, and I think that makes all the world of difference.
Okay, so what made you want to be a coach? Did you always know you just wanted to coach, wanted to, reach young guys, or was it just something?
I'm not going to say that. I think me coaching is, a testament to the guy that coached me. Sometimes they say coaches, end up being fathers for a lot of the players, and I can honestly say the guy that recruited me and coached me in college is my mentor, and without purposely trying to do it, he influenced me to become a coach, to be more like him.
Okay, and obviously you mentioned recruiting, so obviously you're one of the best recruiting coordinators in the nation, in the world, in America.
I'm gonna let you say that. Yeah.
So what is it about, recruiting that, gets you excited, to get you, when I say just knowing who you're bringing in and things like that, like what makes you one of the top recruiters? Well,
I'm gonna say this first. I think our staff does an unbelievable job, and it starts with Coach Strong. I think the thing that he preaches with everything that we do, but especially in recruiting, is being personable. You want to get to know parents, family. You want to get into the high school, know the high school coaches. You want to delve into it, recruiting a particular kid, where you're not just recruiting that kid, you're not just recruiting him to come here. You're recruiting his whole family, you're recruiting a lifestyle, and you're selling a future to him. And the parents and the community have to be comfortable with you, because when you're not around, they have to sell you. And I think that's what we've done as a staff, and I've learned from some of the best, that you're only as good as the parts around you. And I think, Coach Strong, the first thing he looks for when he hires coaches are guys that are personable, and you feel comfortable sitting on your couch, and you would feel comfortable sending your kid to and feel like they're going to get taken care of.
So how big of a deal is it to stay in the state of Texas? Obviously, Texas has some of the best football players, like I said earlier, the best recruits in the nation, but I know you want to, kind of handpick, go to Florida, go to other places, California, certain players. But how big is it, to kind of protect these borders and stay within the state of Texas and get the best recruits?
This is the best high school football in the whole country. I don't have to mince words saying that. This is the best place to find, high school football players in the whole country, and we're the University of Texas. So the thing that you always want to do, you always want to protect your boards. You want to find the guys that are going to be the best players that can fit your program, and obviously because of the numbers and the size of the players that come out of the state, you're going to be able to recruit the best players in the country. So we're always going to try to protect our borders and try to get the best that Texas has to offer. We'll always, try to cherry pick off of other states just to make sure we fill our roster with the guys that we think that can go help us win. But our number one priority is always going to be, let's go get the best players we can get from the state of Texas.
Okay. And obviously, I can't get out of here, but I'll ask my last question about a Coach Strong question. But obviously, you've been with him, for a couple stops now. But what about Coach Strong makes you, want to follow him to different places? What about Coach Strong makes you believe in, what he's preaching and what he's, turning around here?
Like I said, the first thing with him, my first job in coaching, as a young graduate assistant, I got a chance to work with him through Lou Holtz as a head coach. And the thing that I saw with him were the players on the team that we were at, they would run through a wall for him. You could see a lot of them played their max, and they wanted to do it for him when he was a coordinator, and I found that to be unique. you know, because you didn't see that from a lot of different places that I had been. And I think as a coach, it's the same way. His attitude and his, like I said, he's so personable, but yet he's going to demand the most he can get at you, but he's going to do it in a way like a father or a family member would, not necessarily a coach. And I think the same effect that he had on the players, you feel the same way as an assistant coach. You want to do well for him because you know how much time and effort and how much he puts into his job, and you want to try to match it just to, you know, help him to have the success because you know he works harder than anyone that you saw at that position before.
Okay, that's it. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Like I said, it was just 5 quick questions.
That's softball,
nice and
man.
innocent,
I like
but
that, man.
Appreciate you being on.
All right, you didn't Roger Clemens me. You didn't throw me no fastball. I like that, man.